Okay, so let me show you the charts. Where are we? Bitcoin, $66,405. We are holding above the 50%. We're on a Bitcoin 4-hour Binance chart, and we're holding above the 50%. It's a fight out there. It's really a fight between the bulls and the bears. You can tell by these wicks. We have been fighting hard. We're still in this trading range. Okay, we're still in that trading range, but we are above the 50%, which is good. We are above the 50%. Let's hopefully we can hold this. We still have some support below us. You know, we've got this down swoping trend line here. Hopefully that continues to act as support. At the moment, around about 65-ish K. Yeah, 65.7. We've got a 618 below us as well, so we could come to support that. We've got quite a bit of support here at the moment. We just need to hope Bitcoin, the bulls, hold up really. But I imagine that if we push up relatively soon, that this will act as quite a bit of resistance, which is around 6.8. Let's see how we contend with that. But not much on Bitcoin. Not much on Bitcoin. It's doing really well. It's doing really well. So yeah, that's Bitcoin. Not much to report since yesterday. But I was looking at the totals here. Total 2 at 1.22%, which means ETH. Let's have a look at ETH, because ETH seems to be doing something. We go according to the data on the charts. So ETH, yep, I was looking at ETH. It continues to sort of break out. Let's fling on our WD GAN swings. Yep, you can see it got pushed down below these tops here. Top here, top there, top here. Fourth time's a charm. Breaks through. And there we go. Hopefully we consolidate back up here at 3228 before it mounts an attack. Why have I got a line here? Okay, because these ones here. So we need to get above those really. Okay, that's the next step. But we might come back down again to 3227. So for short-term traders, you might want to add in a long there. But look at the volume. This volume is diminishing. I don't like this volume. The volume is going down while we're going up, and I don't usually like that. So I can't entertain any longs here. You should have been in a long from a while back. You should have been in a long in a while back. So like these 618s, that was the longs. That was the longs. That was the buy-ins. Those are good entries for spots, even on the 50%, because this 50%, that 50%'s coming on. Where's my Gantt swings gone? That 50% is coming on from the weekly. I think my zigzags, it's probably coming in. Okay, so this one's on that first swing. So this low here to this high here, that's where this 50% is. Look at the closes on that as well. Look at the closes. You can see the closes right here. We're getting closes above the 50%, which is good so far, but we need to break out of this down sloping trend line. If you want to be safe, if you're a more safer trader, or you like to get in on entries once confirmation's done, you want to get above this trend line first, okay? Then potentially a retest. So it might come up like that, retest it, and attack this fifth, and then get pulled back to this 50%, the $3,134 mark. So yeah, really and truthfully, but if you were looking at this move, you would have been layering in from the 50% to the 618 here. So yeah, and then you got the larger 50% below us as well. So ETH's got a lot of support. You've got a larger 50% here at 2.8, and then obviously looking at this 2.504 here. So if Bitcoin has a bit of a crash, it's likely to come back down to this 2.504, where I will be waiting there for a long and potentially some spot buys. Anything more than that coming back down to this triangle, completely possible, but no one could probably imagine that it would hit $2,000. You know, it's probably very unlikely, especially considering where we were. But if a black swan was to happen, something like that could take us down there, right? I'll put some entries here. 2504 spot position on ETH. Okay, so that's Bitcoin, ETH. I think I got a request for, what was it, Bonk and Floki. I think I got Floki already on here, so let's have a look at Floki. So Floki, off of this, wow. Okay, this thing just went straight up, didn't it? It went straight up. This is on a weekly chart. It went, wow, look at this. So where do I start? Looks like we had some sort of consolidation going on here, mainly in this area here. I don't know how much zeros that is. And then that push up like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. I can't spot things like this. I can't get those. But regardless, we back out our fibs. And we are at our 50%. This is a weekly chart on Floki, Binance, by the way. Look at this, 618. If you put your bids here on the 618, you would have caught that golden ratio, and I imagine you would have been up quite a bit. So 618 up to where we are right now, that's 43%, 10x leverage, that's 430%, 450. That's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money. 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 Let's zoom in a little bit. 6 hour chart above its 50%. So it's above its major 50%. What you want to see is it closing above this 50% here at 3017268. That's what you kind of want to see. But it's doing well so far. Let's put a trend line on this and just see what's going on there. Look at that. Yeah, that would be nice. If you want to come back in on an entry on that, I'd say at this 50% here. Okay, at that 50% there. So keep your eye on that if you want to go long, because it could be potentially a long bull flag. Do you know what I mean? A very long bull flag. And potentially, you know, this is the breakout that we was waiting for. Get a retest, and then away you go. So that's Floki looking good. As for its targets, yeah, it's got its target up here. It's got one target here. This is the major one, so probably around here. Let's do our fibs on the other way, the other side. Yep. So kind of like these tops. That's the 50% right there. Sorry, did I do that the wrong way? I think I did that the wrong way. You know. Yeah, I did do that the wrong way. Let's fling it round that way and move it across. That'll make it easy for us. Yeah, so 50% is coming up here. 618 is coming up there. I don't like where this fib actually is, to be honest with you, but that's this area, isn't it? That is a 50%. There's just no going around it. That is a 50%. Let's have a look at that on the daily, see what we see. Yep. So we're coming up to the 50% sort of like now. Retrace, that would be nice. I don't trade these zones in between 50s like this. Nah. I'm not on that. I would potentially think about grabbing a 50% here, but I would more likely like to grab a 618. So once again, layer in. If you're a leverage trader, I would layer into that. And if you was to get a push down here, then your earliest take profits would be there, and then a second take profits there, and then maybe a third take profit here, leave a moon bag, and away you go. So that's Floki. That's what I can see on Floki. Let's have a look at Bonk. I think it was Bonk. I don't have Bonk on this, so this is going to be my first time adding Bonk. So let's try and get that on my charts. Bonk USDT. It's on Binance. Bloody hell. I gather this is a meme coin, but apart from that, I know nothing. Let's move it up into alphabetical order under my altcoins. BBONK. Come on. Below BNB, sorry. Do I know my alphabets? Of course I do. All right, cool. So Bonk, fucking hell, look at this. Look how far this came back down. This is bananas. This is why, yeah, this is bananas. All right, let's grab our fib and put it on the lowest, the low. And if we was to bring it up, look at that. Fuck. Hold on, is this on a, let me make sure this fib is not based on a log. No, it's not based on a log, and my thing is not based on a log. Jeez, it's on the underside of the 50%, to be honest with you. It's coming to the underside of the 50%. I would think about shorting this. I'm going to have a look if this is on BitGet. I'd have a look at shorting that. I would consider shorting that, sorry. It needs to get above that 50%. It needs to get above that 50%. So maybe I'd layer into the 618. It's on the underside. That's why I don't like it. Why I don't like this is because it's on the underside, diminishing volume. So I would consider layering in like this on a short, potentially doing that. But it's a meme coin. I don't know much about it. Maybe I'll do that though, as a test, and see how it goes. So that's Bonk. What else is happening? Let's have a look at Solana. What's Solana doing? So, come on. There you are. So, I'm going to have to go into the 4-hourly chart or something to see what it's been doing. Yeah, it's got some resistance above its head here. So, no entries for a long for me at the moment. Potentially looking at shorts because we're coming up to potential resistance here. Potential resistance down up here at $1.62. You can see it there. Let's see how Solana deals with that. So, you know, I mean, there's not much in it. There's not much meat left on the bone. You know, I would prefer for it to come up here and then maybe look at a 50% from... I'd want this 50%, to be honest with you, if I was going to go in on a long on Solana. But spot positions, I'm already loaded up on spot positions. I bought some more Solana down here, which was really great. So that's Solana. Not much to say about it. Dwindling volume once again. Don't like that, but it could break out. What do I know? Do you know what I mean? What do I know? Solana, near. Let's have a look at near. LMN, near USDT. Yep. Of course, it's acting as resistance, as we foresaw from a while back. But yeah, there was that point there. I did put a smaller 50% on here. That's from the WD Gantt swing on a 4-hourly chart. You can see the swing low. There's the swing high. Okay, and then there's the 50%. The 50% comes in at $6.661. So if you don't want to get back into near on a short term, that could be where you look at an entry, potentially a long. I would, because we're right up to a monthly swing, which is this white area here. I like deep pullbacks, so I would entertain something that's on a 618 short-term leverage trade on that. But this is looking like a decent breakout. But we had that last time. Look at this trend line. We had that last time. It broke out, retest, and couldn't break past this monthly swing. It hasn't been able to do it. So this is a significant point of resistance, something that I've been tracking from way back. But near is super strong. I wouldn't sleep on this, like, because where Bitcoin is at the moment. I couldn't like, if I didn't have anything in there, I'd be waiting for what Bitcoin does. I'd wait for a nice retracement to like at least a trend line 618, maybe if you want a short-term trade, but keep an eye on it, get you out if you need to get out, have an invalidation point. But yeah, we're still in this trading range. I've bought to the low ends of these trading ranges already. So like, I've done all my spot buying here. My other spot buying kicks in once if we lose this trading range, and that's how I see it. So it's entirely up to you. It's just, if you're up here and you're just getting in now, maybe short-term trades, get in, get out, don't intend to hold. So yeah, but Near's looking really good. I covered it yesterday as well. So it's really doing really well. Render, I haven't looked at render for a long time. Look, I had some arrows here. I don't even know what these arrows meant, but look at that. Nearly hit the 50% here. Let's look at it a bit more further out, actually, because I haven't been covering this really. Okay, looks like I had some sort of ascending triangle here. It broke down, came to the 618, came up 50%. It's been doing a lot. So, but it's coming it's making progress on the underside of this 50%. So I would want to, has it broken this down sloping trend line? Okay, a very rough trend line here. I don't really like it. Got 2 points of contact there. It's messy. I'll need to look at this in a bit more detail. 1, 2, third breakout. Does it hold? Or does it want to come back down to retest this 50% or the weekly yellow swing here? Might do, I don't know. Hopefully you're in. I know the majority of my goons are in. They're in. So everyone's just sort of holding out, but make sure you have an invalidation point. That's what I'd say. But yeah, good luck everyone. I'll come back with another video maybe tomorrow or something like that. And yeah, stay safe out there, yeah?